Hi there, I'm Chris. Thanks for clicking on the video. I hope that you can get something out of it. What I'd like to share today is some the realization or revelations that I came to with regards to going through excuse me, stressful situations. One of the really debilitating things that comes along with dealing with stress is the feeling that you have no control, that things are beyond your control. And so I was trying to deal with that situation, and I thought, okay, well, the best way that I can try to get over this draining feeling that you get when you're in stress is to try to take control of the situation. And so what I thought is, because I was feeling so drained, the best thing that I could do was to start off first with physically myself, looking at the things that were draining me physically. And I've always been conscious of the food that I was eating, and I try to eat real food that I make. But I'm human, so of course I eat crappy stuff as well. And the one funny thing that I recognized is that the shittier I felt, the shittier I was eating. And so then what I ended up doing was, I already know that there's a lot of processed stuff isn't good for you. But I looked a little bit deeper, and I realized that most of the stuff that I was eating, well, for all of us, most of the pre-packaged processed stuff that's out there contains seed oils and sugars, and that was kind of what I ended up eating the more of. As I felt crappier, like I said, that's the stuff that I was going to. And then when I looked in a little bit deeper, what I came to discover is that seed oils, they actually harm the mitochondria. So that's the powerhouse of the cells that run our body. And sugar as well, it ends up robbing us of the minerals that are required in our body to create energy. And then what I realized is that us as humans are basically just like a battery, just like a 9-volt battery that's out there. That the batteries require minerals to make their charge, and we're the same kind of thing. In order for us to function properly and have the energy that we need to get through stuff, we need to feed our fuel system and make our batteries work better. And so that was the very first step. I realized, okay, I've got to end eating all this crappy stuff because it's only depleting me of my energy. And that's that when you're stressed out and stuff, you feel all depleted and drained. And so I thought, okay, well, to get over that, the best thing is to try to fix the fuel system. So I did that and increased my energy. And then while I was thinking about us being a battery, I then attached the second part of the whole drain that comes along with being in stressful situations. And that's the emotional, spiritual side of the draining. And a funny thing with a battery, like a 9-volt battery, when you use the battery and it loses its energy, all the energy comes out of the negative terminal. So all the ions are flowing out of that. And that's just like us when we're in these stressful situations, that all the negativity, that's the stuff that drains our battery. So that can be negativity that either people surrounding you, there'll be those people that you'll hang out with them, and by the end of your conversations or whatever, you just kind of feel drained and depleted. And that's because of the negativity. Then that negativity is just being drained out of that negative terminal. That negative terminal is just draining our battery. And then the funny thing is that when you hook up a battery charger and you put energy back into that battery, what happens is the battery charger ends up forcing positive energy into the negative terminal. And so it's the same thing with our emotional self. I found that during my whole time when I was going through really, really stressful stuff, if I ended up helping somebody, if I had a friend call up and they were going through some problem and I helped them, even though I was feeling depleted and drawn out, as soon as I passed on that positive and made things feel better for somebody else, I actually got a boost. So just like that battery charger, the positive actually forces that negative out and charges your battery, which was pretty wild to me to make that connection. And it's so true that, or at least true for me, and I believe it true for you as well, that when you do positive things, it always just makes you feel better. It'll take you away from that negative feeling that you have of being depleted, and it always makes you feel better. And what the big thing is that I realized is that if as soon as you can identify either the situation or the people that are around you that are draining your battery, all the better to be able just to avoid that situation as much as possible and not allow any of that negativity to infect you and deplete your energy. And sometimes it's really hard to identify those people. Like sometimes it's just a slow trickle of negativity and you don't really realize it. But another thing that I noticed is that often those people who are draining your energy, they often do things that you end up saying like, what the fuck? Like their actions are just blowing you away. And so then I thought, well, instead of saying what the fuck, what that's really should be replaced with is this isn't my person. That those people are the type of people who are going to be draining you. And so if you come to these times when you're shaking your head and going, what the fuck, I can't believe that they're doing this or doing that, replace that WTF with this isn't my person. And then you can just let them go. But one of the important things, I think, in letting people go who you find are draining that energy from you is that you really need to send them off not with any negativity, because if you're angry or think badly of them or anything like that, you still have the negative. So you're trying to do a positive action for yourself to make yourself feel better, but if you're attaching that negative to it, you're still depleting yourself. You'll be thinking about them later on, and all of a sudden there's a trickle of your negative again. And so the best way to get over that is just to send the people away with love. You can just understand that somebody's going through something and it's not your job to have to work them through it. It's your job to conserve your battery, to put as much positivity as you can in your life to charge your battery. The other thing that I just realized too is that love is the best currency that there is. We always have it and we can always give it. And the funny thing, an ironic thing with that is that the more love you send out there, the more you get back. And so if it was like currency, you've always got it. And so send those people away who are draining your battery with love. That's only going to be charging up your battery. And if we all did that, I think the world would be a much happier place, and it would definitely be a happier place. It is a happier place for us. It definitely has been for me. And nothing really bothers me anymore because I put it into that frame of reference that I'll look at it. If it's draining the battery, there's no need to be draining the battery. If do the best things you can, do positive things, do loving things, and that charges up your battery. So even at your darkest times, if you need to get out of it and feel better, do a little act of kindness to somebody, help somebody, and you're guaranteed to have your battery charged. I hope you all have a great day and that you got something out of this. Take care and have a happy day.